My wife is an impulse buyer and impulse seller, so within a day she decided she wanted to sell our existing piano and buy a existing baby grand piano down the street. So we knew we needed to get this thing out. We had a seller, we wanted to get this thing in our house, and the folks selling it had a deadline. So it was a Sunday, in fact. We called Little Guys, didn't think we'd reach anyone, but someone answered the phone, they handled it, and they agreed to get someone out there the very next day. So that type of service isn't something you would expect from most any other people in that sort of industry. If you hear my wife recount it, when the guys came and they were moving this in, our kids were mesmerized by the whole process. Here they are, these three strapping young men moving this large piano in and then putting it all together within about 20 minutes. And so to have guys who are that brawny, but also that sensitive, if you will, that they can engage with 3-year-olds and 1.5-year-olds and give them a good experience at the same time, that's a great business to be working with. You know, the name seems to be synonymous with our city. And so I can't remember the first time I had heard of Little Guys Movers. But I do know on the few occasions where I've needed moving help, because of that, they were the first on my mind as who to call. After a couple times of working with Little Guys personally, you get to know the type of culture that they've fostered within their business, and you see the level of service they get you. To me, that's a distinction, and that's worth investing my money in when I'm choosing between various providers. Also, working with a local company has its benefits as well. You could surely find a national brand that can come out and perform some services. But I know personally some guys who are my age who've worked with Little Guys back when they were in college, and I see them now doing great work in other areas. They seem to really commit themselves to their employees. So they're really training out some great folks who are learning great work ethic, a great way to work with a business and work with customers who they know are going to go off and do bigger and better things later in life. So even as a city, it's great to see that sort of workforce development. But I also think they are committed to our community. So they're just not asking the community to come and use their services, but they give back every chance they get. I think a new business owner can look at Little Guys and realize that it's possible to start a business. You know, here's a couple guys who started it in one particular community. They became very successful there and didn't stop there, but learned how to scale really around the nation. So I think that that is something that gives a young entrepreneur some hope that you can start right here in this city and do something great.